Hello students, let's get started. This is 8th grade math, unit 1, lesson 4, making the moves. Our learning goal. I can use the terms translation, rotation, and reflection to precisely describe transformations. Here's your first problem. It says, describe a sequence of translations, rotations, and reflections that takes polygon P to polygon Q. Here's what I see. Point A translates to point H. If so, our figure looks like this. And then we need a 60-degree rotation clockwise. So I'll type in my answer. First, translate point A to point H. Then 60-degree rotation clockwise. How would you do it? You might have a different answer. Let's try the next one. Describe a sequence of translations, rotations, and reflections that takes polygon P to polygon Q. So how would you try this one? Let's think about it. Here's what I would do. First, I would have a reflection across line AE. If I reflected there, the image would look something like this. There's the reflection. Next, I would translate. This is B prime right here. I would translate B prime to F. If I did that, then my image would be about here. Finally, I'd use a 60-degree rotation clockwise. Let me type in my answer. First, I would reflect across line AE. Second, I would translate point B prime to point F. And third, I would have a 60-degree rotation clockwise. What about you? What steps would you take to go from P to Q? Type your answer in on the line. Let's try the next problem. Describe a sequence of translations, rotations, and reflections that takes polygon P to polygon Q. So what would you do? Well, how about we translate from point A to E? If so, our image would look something like this. Oh, I'm not a very good artist. How about that? Then this would be C prime, and this would be B prime. So first, a translation. Then I would do a rotation around point E. I would use E as my center point and rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. I think that's 90 degrees. It looks like I could draw a square right there. Let me try that with a very light color. Squares have 90-degree corners. So I think that looks like a square corner. What do you think? Okay, let me draw what it'll look like. I'll pick a good color. There we go. So if I rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, then this side is now going to be here. And can you imagine what it'll look like? Like that. Just about like that, I think. Okay, what's our next move? I see a line of reflection right here. So my next move is to reflect. And then our final image will be over that one. Let me type out these moves for you. See if you can picture it in your head. First, translation from point A to point E. Second, a rotation, 90 degrees counterclockwise, around point E. And last, third, a reflection across line FE. What about you? How would you move polygon P to polygon Q? You might do it a different way. Next problem. Here is quadrilateral ABCD and line L. Draw the image of quadrilateral ABCD after reflecting it across line L. So what do you think this image would look like after reflecting? Well, point C prime is going to be about here. Point B prime may be about here. And then D prime, I guess about here. And A prime, I guess about here, yeah. I want to erase that one. Okay, let's try drawing it. Something like that. Maybe there. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Draw what you think the reflection will look like. Now, I have this pen extension that I'm using on my computer. I don't think you have one. You'll need to use Geogebra tools. Use the line segment tool. Then, put the points where you want them. Uh-oh, I've accidentally moved my graph. I need to use the move tool for a second. There we go. Okay, line segment tool. And then put the line segments where you think they should be. Maybe there. Just do your best. Don't get stressed. You know what? That's close, but I need to move one of the points. I'll use the move tool and then about right there. That looks a little better. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there. That's good. Right there. I'm not sure, but that's pretty close. Next problem. Here is quadrilateral ABCD. Use the applet to draw the image of quadrilateral ABCD after 90 degrees clockwise rotation using center B. We're using center B, and we're going to go 90 degrees clockwise. Well, how do you know where 90 degrees would be? You'll need to estimate that on your own. I do it by drawing a line and I try to imagine a perpendicular line. This helps me. But that might not help me very much. Let me draw this a little differently. I'll put my line here. Now I'll draw a box. That helps me get a square side. So from line AB to the side of my box is going to be a 90-degree rotation. Click on the red dot to rotate the image, and then you can see a 90-degree rotation. Is it there? I feel like it should be there. Okay, good. My square isn't drawn really close to point B, but I'm sure it should be right there. That's what I think. Okay, let's keep going. Here is quadrilateral ABCD. Use the applet to draw the image of quadrilateral ABCD after 120 degrees clockwise rotation using B as a center. Okay, B is the center. Now you need to just estimate 120 degrees. So what is your estimation? Well, I'll draw my grid to help me. Maybe something like that. So a straight line is 180 degrees. All the way over, that's 180. Halfway is 90 degrees. So where do you think 120 is? Well, if you remember that before I showed you, if we cut this in half, then this is 135 degrees. So I estimate 120 is a little less than that. Okay, grab the corner here, point A to rotate it 120 degrees. Now you can see the image after rotation. Let's keep going. Here is quadrilateral ABCD. Use the applet to draw the image of quadrilateral ABCD after 30 degrees counterclockwise rotation using center B. Again, center B, but this time we are going counterclockwise and only 30 degrees. So I'm going to draw a straight line and a perpendicular line. Let me draw that perpendicular line again. I'm not satisfied. Okay, straight line and perpendicular line. Now, from here to here is 90 degrees. So if I cut that in half, then this line would be 45 degrees. But I only want to go 30 degrees. So I just estimate that it's a little less, about right there. Let me darken that in. I'm estimating 30 degrees is about right here. Now, use the applet to rotate it. Just click and drag on the red dot. There we go. There's my 30-degree rotation. And we're finished. It's your turn. Please try it on your own.